Welcome back. Today we are discussing the first Americans. Not those Americans. Or those. I'm talking about the first group of humans to come into North America. Thousands of years ago, North and South America were void of any humans and teeming with massive mammals ripe for the hunting. Earth was in the midst of an ice age that conveniently connected North America and Asia. The Clovis people followed this land bridge across and became the first people to set foot in North America. In this video we will explore the Clovis civilization and the mysteries surrounding them, as well as who came after them. The Clovis people are thought to have lived between 13,500 to 12,800 years ago across most of North America. Clovis artifacts have been found across almost the entirety of North America. There is some debate on whether or not the Clovis made it to South America due to some similarities in tool technology, although no direct evidence of Clovis people has been found thus far. The Clovis were a hunter-gatherer society, and they hunted many now extinct species, such as mammoths, mastodons, and buffalo across the large swaths of grassland in America. The Clovis were most known for their distinctive flint spear points known as Clovis points. These points are found throughout the entirety of North America. The points employed a new technology called fluting. This allowed the points to be better secured to the ends of spears, and these points were also more aerodynamic. This invention allowed the Clovis to be skilled hunters. And they needed to be skilled hunters because there were cheetahs, saber-toothed tigers and lions roaming America at this time. The Clovis people had specific spots that they would quarry their flint for their spear points scattered across the continent. Clovis quarries were located in various regions across North America, including Texas, Oklahoma, and New Mexico. The quarries were very important to the Clovis because we see them come back to the same quarries again and again over hundreds of years. This indicates a knowledge of the land and the best places to find flint and chert to make tools from. One of the most famous Clovis quarries is the Blackwater Draw site in New Mexico, which has yielded large numbers of Clovis artifacts, including more than a dozen complete or nearly complete spear points. Other notable quarries include the Leonard site in Arizona, the Anzac site in Montana, and the Galt site in Texas. The population of the Clovis people is difficult to project as there is limited archaeological evidence and estimates vary widely. Some estimates suggest a population of tens of thousands, while others suggest a smaller number of several thousand individuals. The Clovis people are thought to have been highly mobile and lived in small, nomadic groups with no permanent settlements, making the finding of Clovis sites difficult. Life for the Clovis was likely difficult and challenging. They lived in a harsh and unforgiving environment, with long periods of cold weather and frequent droughts. They had to be skilled hunters and gatherers in order to survive, and they had to be constantly on the move to follow the herds of game animals that they relied on for food. Despite these challenges, the Clovis people were able to survive and thrive for thousands of years, adapting to the changing environment and developing new technologies and techniques to help them survive. As I said before, the Clovis people came from Eastern Asia on the Bering Land Bridge into North America. We have found several Clovis bodies and are able to draw similarities between the Clovis and Asian populations. Mitochondrial DNA studies have confirmed that some Native American populations, including those descended from the Clovis people, have genetic links to populations in Asia. However, it is important to note that there is still some debate and uncertainty surrounding the origins of the Clovis people, as well as the broader history of the settlement of the Americas. The demise of the Clovis is not as clear. We do not know exactly how the Clovis culture ended, but they seem to slowly fade out of the picture, rather than a large extinction event. The Clovis culture is thought to have declined around 12,800 to 11,000 years ago and disappeared by around 10,800 to 10,200 years ago. Could the Clovis have killed all of the big game animals on the continent and been left without a primary food source? Or was it that a natural disaster altered the climate, vegetation and their prey so much that they could not adapt and their number dwindled? We do not know much about the structure and culture of the Clovis, but if they are the ancestors of other native groups, the culture was likely similar to an extent. The Folsom culture was a later Native American culture that emerged around 10,900 to 8,000 BC after the Clovis culture decline. The Folsom people are believed to have descended from the Clovis people and shared many similarities in terms of their hunting and tool-making practices. The Folsom people continued to use the high-tech fluted spear points developed by the Clovis. This may indicate that the Folsom people are indeed descendants of the Clovis. However, there are some differences between the two cultures. The most significant difference between the Clovis and Folsom cultures is their tool technology. While both cultures used fluted spear points, Folsom points were smaller and more finely crafted than Clovis points. Folsom points were also more specialized for hunting large game such as bison, indicating a shift towards more focused hunting practices. Additionally, the Folsom culture is associated with a greater variety of artifacts, such as scrapers, drills, and knives, suggesting a more diversified tool-making industry. Another difference is the timing of the two cultures. The Folsom culture is generally considered to have developed around 10,800 to 10,200 years ago, which is several centuries after the Clovis culture emerged. This suggests that the Folsom culture may have evolved from the Clovis culture or may have developed independently in a different part of North America. The Folsom culture was succeeded by the Plano culture, which emerged around 8000 to 6000 BC and was characterized by the use of bison as a primary food source. The bison would prove to be instrumental in the development and culture of subsequent Native American cultures. The Clovis were likely some of the first humans in North America, and they forever changed the history of the continent for thousands of years. Despite their significance, many mysteries remain about the Clovis people. For example, it is still unclear what caused their sudden disappearance around 12,800 years ago. Some scientists believe it was due to a comet or asteroid impact, while others think it may have been caused by climate change, overhunting, or a combination of factors. Additionally, very little is known about the social organization, language, and culture of the Clovis people, beyond what can be inferred from their artifacts. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more.